Kanye West and Bianca Censori have officially split, and the internet is buzzing with one big question. Is Ye trying to win back Kim Kardashian? It might sound like tabloid gossip, but look closer and the signs are everywhere. And no, we're not talking about subtle gestures. We're talking about bold, headline-grabbing moves that scream, "Look at me, Kim." Since the breakup, Kanye hasn't just been moving on, he's been circling back. From wearing looks that match Kim's old Met Gala outfits to posting song lyrics that seem pulled straight from their relationship timeline, the man seems obsessed with rewinding the clock. Even his public appearances have changed. Suddenly, he's attending events Kim would usually headline, as if trying to recreate the image of their old power couple days.
Do you feel like your attitude towards women has changed since having daughters?
Nah, I still look at Pornhub and...
What do you look at? What categories?
Black is my favorite category.
Fans are split. Some say he's heartbroken and expressing himself the only way he knows how, through art and chaos. Others think it's emotional manipulation dressed up as performance. But here's the thing. If this was his plan to get Kim back, it's not just messy, it's a textbook example of what not to do after a breakup. And if you're thinking of pulling any of these moves in your own life, stop. Let's break down exactly why this is one comeback story that's crashing hard. 1. He made their love a brand and can't let it go. For most people, a breakup means deleting pictures, avoiding mutual places, maybe blocking the number. For Kanye, it meant doubling down on the brand of Kim Ye, even after it was over. From the moment they got together, Kanye turned their relationship into a spectacle. He styled Kim, he rapped about her, he made their wedding into a fashion film. She wasn't just his wife, she became a muse, a symbol, and part of his public identity. And now that it's over, it's like he can't function without that image. Even recently, fans have noticed Kanye's social media hints, cryptic posts, lyric drops, and fashion choices that eerily reflect their time together. He's even posted throwbacks from their relationship, almost as if trying to remind the world and her of what they used to be. But here's the problem. When your love life becomes your personal PR campaign, it's hard to tell where the real feelings end and the performance begins. This kind of public clinging doesn't just look desperate, it's damaging. Not just for him, but for her. And in Kim's case, she's made it pretty clear. She's moved on privately. Kanye, not so much.
I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google, out of my moment.
Or why don't you empower yourself and don't need them and do it yourself?
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the...
2. He turned a concert into a public plea. In December 2021, Kanye West stepped on stage at the free Larry Hoover benefit concert with Drake, a performance meant to be historic, political, maybe even redemptive. But what stole the night wasn't the set list. It was one unscripted moment that turned the internet upside down. During his performance of Runaway, Kanye paused. Then, with a heavy heart and no warning, changed the lyrics to, "I need you to run right back to me," more specifically, Kimberly. The crowd erupted, half in cheers, half in stunned disbelief. On social media, the clip spread like wildfire. Headlines ran with it. Fans speculated that maybe, just maybe, Kim might give him another chance. But here's the thing. It wasn't just a romantic gesture. It was a public performance of private pain. Instead of reaching out behind closed doors, Kanye turned his heartbreak into a spectacle. The message wasn't, "I respect your space," it was, "I'll fight for you," with an audience. And when you're trying to rebuild trust with someone who values boundaries, that's the worst stage to stand on. Kim never responded to the moment. Not publicly, not privately. Because by then, she'd already moved forward. And Kanye, he was still performing for the wrong reasons.
Hey, good morning, Kanye.
Shut the fuck up.
How's it going, Kanye?
Don't say anything to me, man. Like, stop asking me questions. You out in front of my house at 4 a.m. Talking about how's it going. It's not going good.
Just want you to know we're here to support you, though.
Shut the fuck up.
3. He bought the house. Across the street, right. After Kim filed for divorce, Kanye made a move that raised eyebrows everywhere, literally across the street. He spent $4.5 million on a property directly opposite Kim's Hidden Hills mansion. Yes, you read that right. Not in the same neighborhood, not nearby, directly across the street. His team quickly tried to spin the narrative. He just wants to be close to the kids. And maybe that's partially true, but let's be real. When your ex makes it crystal clear that she's trying to create distance, buying the house right in front of hers doesn't exactly scream respecting boundaries. For the media and fans, this wasn't about parenting. It felt like surveillance. A constant reminder that even in divorce, Kanye wouldn't back off. It was the ultimate, I'm still here. A brick and mortar symbol of refusal to let go. Kim never publicly criticized the purchase, but sources close to her said it made her uncomfortable. And who wouldn't be?
When someone comes up and says something like, I am a god, everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was, a god. I just told you, that's who I think I am. Would it have been better if I had a song that said, I am a nigga?
He posted private texts and publicly attacked Pete. As if living across the street wasn't intense enough, Kanye took things to a whole new level when Kim started dating Pete Davidson. Instead of backing off, Kanye doubled down, turning his heartbreak into a spectacle for the whole internet to witness. He began posting private messages from Kim on Instagram, texts where she asked him to stop, to respect her privacy, and to think about their kids. But Kanye didn't stop. If anything, the pushback fueled him. He gave Pete Davidson a nickname, Skeet, and used it in meme after meme, rant after rant. Then came the infamous Easy music video where a claymation version of Kanye kidnaps and buries Pete alive. Yes, that really happened. Even fans who supported Kanye felt he had gone too far. This wasn't just a man fighting for love. This was a public campaign of control. Each post felt more like punishment than persuasion. It wasn't just about Kim anymore. It was about pride, about dominance, about proving that no one, not even her new boyfriend, could take away the spotlight. But the more Kanye tried to win her back this way, the more he pushed her away. Kim eventually had to go to court to fast-track the divorce, citing emotional distress and public harassment.
Now we got another movie that you gotta watch before you get into it. It's called Angel's Aid. We'll send it to you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, love. See you in a second. Thank you very much. Hey, by the way, we're gonna be working up late tonight till about 12 o'clock. We gotta finish the script tonight and shoot the movie tomorrow.
Okay.
Wrap your head around it.
I'm about to watch it too.
We have to re-engineer the cities. When I see New York, it's things I definitely like about it. I love New York. But then I also picture I Am Legend. Once people understand the value of fresh air, look at this. We have real light out there and real air, but we're using air conditioning and artificial light. Just retarded.
5. Kanye's obsession played out on social media. By 2022, Kanye's heartbreak wasn't just personal. It had become part of the internet's daily feed. Every week, there was a new screenshot, a new Instagram caption, a new post declaring how much he missed Kim or how wronged he felt. At one point, he even claimed that God would reunite them and said he was simply a vessel for divine timing. But fans and the media saw it differently. From the outside, it looked less like romance and more like fixation. Kanye wasn't just grieving the end of a marriage, he was stuck in a public loop of denial, anger, and control. What made it even more uncomfortable was how calculated some posts felt. He'd share private conversations, take them down, and repost them with captions like, "This is not harassment, it's love." But the tone said otherwise. Instead of letting go with grace, Kanye turned the breakup into content. And by doing so, he lost control of the narrative. Kanye West's story isn't just about heartbreak, it's about what happens when ego, grief, and obsession collide in the spotlight. Begging for someone on stage, buying a house across the street, releasing diss tracks, and leaking private texts might feel like bold gestures of love. But in reality, they often push people further away. In 2021, when Kanye altered the lyrics of Runaway to publicly plead for Kim's return, the crowd cheered. But Kim didn't. When he bought the house across the street, tabloids called it romantic or creepy, depending on who you asked. But Kim didn't move any closer. When he dropped the easy video burying Pete Davidson and Clay, fans were shocked, but Kim didn't come back. Each action, big or small, had one thing in common. They were about Kanye's pain, not Kim's peace. In the end, Kanye's strategy didn't just fail to win Kim back, it hurt his reputation, strained his public image, and made it harder for people to separate the artist from the chaos. So if you're ever tempted to do what Kanye did to get someone back, don't. Because love isn't about proving your point louder, it's about letting go when the other person already has.